We're all from France and we love to dance, got ants in our pants.
Sproo Town here with the brand new Wargames Atlantic release. It's a World Ablaze, the Second World War from 39 to 1945. Partisans says number one. Does that mean there's going to be another set? Who knows? The French Resistance. 32 multi-part hard plastic 28mm figures. Nice little illustration. I like it. Good photo on the front of what you're getting. I really like the idea of adding this to gameplay. Wonderful. The French Resistance did have an impact, but was really hindered by its own infighting as due to all the different factions of the French Resistance. There are multiple groups running around doing with a similar goal, but they still stabbed each other in the back sometimes and did all kinds of nasty things while they're fighting for positioning, because they knew once the war ended, the French government would have to be reestablished. And so there was a lot of vying for power, vying for weapons and things like that. And even at one point the Americans did not, I do believe I'm correct, but did not send a lot of weapons to them and various amounts of things due to their infighting. Anyways, that's that. This is the French Resistance 1940 to 45 Wargames Atlantic. Vive la France, it says. They're just out, so let's take a look at what they've done. So we're opening the box. Like it. I'd love to find a nice skirmish type level World War II games that didn't involve like pinning and things. I tend to like more faster games in that respect. Here we go. What's in the box, boys and girls? And 8 Sproos. So we got 8 Sproos that are all, and let's start here with the fronts of these bodies. Kind of nice. He's got his jacket, his pants. He's got a kind of a marching forward pose. This guy seems to be striding forward, which is nice. Good wrinkles in the cloth. Good hard plastic. Yay, war games. And a rifle. Look at that. He's holding it up. I haven't seen these yet. So here's a pistol. Here's this other body. Coat's open. This is another one. So they're all a little different, which is good. So you've got 4 different bodies. And over here, we've got, there's the grease gun. Looks like a 45er. There's a hand holding a grease gun. This is a belt or a neckerchief. Looks like it. Here is an open hand. No, it's a hand for holding a weapon. Here's the open hand for the weapon, for a weapon. Here's another open hand, so you get 2 of those. This one, it's got a grenade, potato masher, somebody pointing. This is a holster. There's a gun in a holster. I like it. It's looking like if these have parts, then we're in luck. There we go. A little more focus. There we go. Now these are focus. This guy's got his head hair parted down the middle. This guy's all slicked back. This guy's kind of got the emo look with the big floppy side of his hair. This guy's similar grease back hair. And this guy, what is this guy doing? Oh, he's upside down. There's a guy with a bowler. Oh, nice touch. Oh, and this guy's got his army cap on. So nice heads. Obviously they're into giving you a few extras. Look at that guy. Somebody cut his hair with a bowl, I think. Oh no, that's a hat. There we go. Beret. So you gotta like that. Yeah, these heads are kind of loose, so make sure you open your box on a table. Yeah, this is nice. I like that head. That hat's nice. It's got a little jaunty little bend in the rim. Here's a cap. The army hat, the bowler. Another beret. Another cap. A little different. Yeah, they weren't kidding about the heads being an obvious advantage for bits. So I'm not sure what else bits we're going to get. But that's a good look at the sprue. Here's the back of our figures. 4 bodies, 4 different poses, mostly advancing. Nothing too dramatic, but nicely done. You can get some room in there, paint the legs, no problem. We'll see how the arms hold up. But Wargames Atlantic is wise enough to put their money into the plastic. You'll notice quite a difference if you are into Mantic stuff. The plastic and the value of those things are different. And it's even a little different from Games Workshop plastic, to tell you the truth. It's a little harder, a little higher surfaced. So decent detail, nice sculpt job. Sproo Town, we're back with 10 out of the 32 French Resistance fighters from Wargames Atlantic. I wanted to show you these guys. They're pretty nice. They're really simple to put together. They'll be a relatively fast paint. They're nicely sculpted. Details are good. Here's the guy with the hat. I think these would make great gangsters for a set, but certainly you can do your zombie thing with these also. You get several berets. So this is him holding a grease gun. Maybe make this a little brighter. There we go. A little warm, but you can see it's pretty nice. And they are 32 millimeter, or 28, sorry, 32. So here's another guy. He's throwing a grenade. I couldn't tell at first what was in his hand, but it's a grenade. And so here's, with the rifle, you get this rifle, and you get, let's see, where's the other guy? And the other rifle option you have is this guy, close to the chest, holding the rifle. You can see holding the rifle. So that's, they could have done a few more rifles to get a more range out of these guys, but this does. I don't know if I'm going to put together a bunch, but I put together 2 just to show you the different rifles. So otherwise they're pretty much an assault squad. Here's the other guy with no beret. I gave him a scarf. It was a little clunky to put together. I carved out the inner parts of the scarf so there'd be, or trimmed, so there'd be a little more room for his neck and head to sit nicely. So that worked out pretty good. And I used the pointing arm. I used one of the pistols. I put, whoops, oh, I guess we need a little more glue on that head. So I put the holster on too, just to show you that it's pretty big compared to the rest of the model. So I'll put some glue on this guy and fix him up, no problem. So here's another gangster hat, this time with the 45 or whatever that was. So a nice little suit coat. Again, they just would work easily. This stuff too was in the print of this kit. I don't know if it does this all the time to all kits, but you have to trim this stuff off. It's a little knobby bit with a little line. It looks a little bit like a 3D print line. But so you got to trim that off if you get those. And there was a grease gun. You get a lot of bits with this. So you're going to wind up with a lot of arms, a bunch of heads, which is nice. But the arms are good. I've got a bunch of bits from Warlord games and such where I can give them American or German weapons that they could have stolen. So you can see the suit's really nice. There we go, and there's that gun. God, I forget what it's called. But nonetheless, so for Wargames Atlantic to put this set out, I thought was really nice to do. Another gun. You got a potato masher in his hand, so you get a couple grenade options. The Warlord games had a lot of bits for grenades and things like that, so I could pretty much customize these guys up. There's another beret, ooh la la, and all that. He's got his sporty coat. You could almost do like a Letterman jacket kind of look to him. So he's got his strap. So nice little figure. They're all kind of just in an advancing pose. Nothing much more out past that. You can see these are pretty nice just for a simple kit. You get 32 in a box, they're really worth it. This is a reasonably priced set. GW should take note. But yeah, I would advise getting it, picking me up a set. You can even pick up maybe a couple sprues, one sprue, you get 4 bodies, so you know, 2 will give you close to a whole unit. So they're really nice. And if I go ahead and set these down a little further back, you can see here's a Warlord Games German, and he fits right in there. You can tell size is kind of nice, so that works. And I've got a Wargames Atlantic World War I German, and so they're at that same scale, which is neat. Great, I got a gray rug too, so I'll get that in a second. Whew. Let's go. And so there's those two. Oh yeah, this guy's the one with the bowler. I showed you that already. What else we got? We got Warlord American. So that's what I got for World War II forces. I did get a set of Japanese and U.S. Marines from Warlord, and I'll do a review on those. But these historical World War II miniatures are sure fun. You can see the extra parts you could put on these French guys if you have a set of this, including canteens or what have you. You only get 2 miniatures that don't have overcoats on them, so you could get away with adding the extras, but otherwise it would look kind of weird on a long coat. So that's the put together for this kit. I'd say pick a setup. I'm going to have fun painting these guys, and you can use them for a bunch of different games. So I'd say that that's a really good aspect of this kit. So this is Sproo saying like if you do, subscribe if you want to, and donate if you can.